let's start with the cards. Now, ideally, this would be the preferred method since it would come out as the best quality. However, if the card that you want isn't there, that's when we have to start being creative. First, we'll go to the Vanguard Zero wiki, link in the description. We're now going to search for what clan and card that we want. The one we're going to use for this example is going to be CEO Yggdrasil, the new Legion Genesis card. So I'm going to go into Genesis, scroll down. Here we go, CEO Yggdrasil. And it is not here, which means we have to make it ourselves. However, if it was here, say we go to Fortuna, we just click it, see full size, right click, save image as to your desktop or something of that nature, boom. If say the card you're looking for is Fortuna, then just skip further down the video to whatever timestamp says editing the card, because clearly you got what you wanted. However, since our example is Yggdrasil, it's not here, which means we have to make it ourselves. Everything I mentioned in this video will be more or less in the description below, as well as under whatever timestamp I categorize it in. Please keep that in mind. From here, I want you to boot up whatever means of playing Vanguard Zero you have, which is either on BlueStacks or whatever other mobile emulator that you got. This tutorial-ish video is primarily for those with the Windows PC. However, I'll try to talk about as many workarounds as I can that come to mind at this current moment. However, your main requirements to even do anything in this video are a computer and a sort of photo editing software, which again, I'll try and be as lenient as possible with what you actually need. Back to the cards. Since I already have Vanguard Zero booted up on my BlueStacks, we boot it up here. Let's go to the card section as well as the card viewer. And the reason why we're not actually showing our deck is because it'll show whatever triggers on the top right. And for content or thumbnail purposes, you probably don't want to see that. We're going to go to our Genesis, our grade 3s, and here we go. We have CEO Yggdrasil. There's actually a couple ways that we can go about this, so I'm going to try and name as many as I can so that a majority of the people who are watching are able to participate in one way or another. There is a program that should come with your Windows PC called Snipping Tool. Go to the bottom left of your search bar, just type in Snipping Tool, and it should pop up automatically. Now, once that's booted up, we can go to the next part. If you click New right here, and then literally just drag this whole thing, maybe to around here-ish, considering that we just want the card parts. Hit File, Save As. Save it as, it defaults to capture, but we can just say CEO PNG. Boom. Now, by definition, we would have our screenshot of CEO. Now, that's only one way of getting a hold of this screenshot. There's still a couple other workarounds that we can do. Another thing that we can do in this situation is the print screen key that should be on your keyboard somewhere. It's either a standalone key button or something that requires FN or Alt or something. If you were to hit the print screen button right now, which I will do as an example, and then you boot up, say, Microsoft Paint, which should also have come with Windows PC automatically. If you somehow don't have Paint, I don't know what to tell you. We can boot up Paint right here, hit Control V, and boom. Now we have the entire screenshot, as well as probably my second, yeah, of course. I have two monitors, that's why it's showing more than it should be. However, from here, we can just take this little screenshot and crop to, say, around here. And the reason why I'm trying to cut the bottom part off is so that we literally just get the card. I'd say around here would be fine. Once we have our selection made, we simply hit the crop button, and then boom. There, we have basically the exact same image as the other one. We'll call this CEO Paint as the example, and then we just close Paint. As you can see here, these are two different ways of actually getting your PNG card screenshot, so to speak. Now, this next method is technically pricey, and I assume you want to do this for free, but I still at least want to put this out there so you can understand my most convenient method of going about this. Load up Bandicam. Yeah, I unironically have Bandicam. Once your Bandicam is open, simply click the screen recording mode, hit a selected recording area, and then drag it onto, in my case, my BlueStacks application. Here we go. It'll automatically just have your dimensions of the emulator set. Obviously, it's not showing this BlueStack part, and it's showing the entire emulation. If we hit the image capture, it should show up on the desktop, which is right here. If you don't know where the output would be, hit the three dots right here to see wherever it's defaulted, or it'll show you right here. Now, Bandicam is actually the easiest way for me to go about this. However, the free version, there's a free and a pro version in which you got to pay for. The The free version, I think, has a watermark on it. So unless you're willing to put out money for basically a glorified screenshotter, you probably want to use the paint version and the snipping tool version. Now from here, I wanted to talk about those who have the mobile version, or those who specifically play the mobile version. What you can actually do is boot up the game on your phone. It's more or less similar to what we were just doing. I have the card pulled up here. Now, I technically don't have CEO Yggdrasil on my main account. However, what you would do is take a screenshot of the card that you wanted to do and then send it to yourself. Whether it's through a server that you own on Discord or email it to yourself, just do that and then download it, put it on your PC, and that will pretty much net you your mobile version of the screenshot. And since phones nowadays are basically really good high resolution stuff, it should match the quality of whatever's on the PC or anything of the sorts. I don't know if it'll match the high quality dimensions of the official versions, but it's a workaround. Now, in terms of editing the card itself, my primary method is using Photoshop. However, I'm pretty sure that there's other sort of photo editing softwares out there, or in this case, websites that you can use to replicate what I'm about to show you. Two examples that I'm familiar with, but not necessarily able to demonstrate, is pixelart.com. It's a website that basically replicates what Photoshop does, and GIMP. I'm fairly certain that's also a photo or image editing software of sorts. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I'm unfamiliar with these two. However, I'm fairly certain that these might get the job done and you won't need Photoshop specifically. If not, then maybe do more research into that and figure out a better way of having a photo editing software. If you have Photoshop though, that's basically what I'm looking for. Just boot up Photoshop and then literally drag whatever screenshot you have onto the Photoshop canvas and it should take you to this. Now that we have our little screenshot right here, and I can see that I might have messed up the screenshot a bit. That's fine, that's fine. We can get rid of it right now. I want you to crop it again. Now we're actually going to crop it so that it's just the card. Honestly, we could have done it like this the first time, but I didn't want to mess it up with the other screenshotting methods because I normally just crop it like this once we get to the Photoshop part. Keep in mind, you probably want to use the full screenshot instead of this little partial one. Only because since there's not much right here to work with, or in terms of space, you might accidentally end up cutting a piece of the card up. I think we're fine. This is probably fine. Okay, hit the little zoom key right here. What you want to do from here is, you see this eraser tool right here? Right click it. Oh shoot, you don't see it. But there's a little thing right here called the magic eraser tool. Boom, and just click a black part. All right, cool. Now we have our card. I mean, there's a little thing right here, but it's not that serious. From here, all we have to do is just click save as. You don't see it, but I'm going to save this current PNG on the desktop. Call it CEO, I don't know, made. And boom, this is your first of potentially many man-made Vanguard Zero cards. You can also do this with card sleeves if you truly want to. And again, this is only your default method when the card or sleeve that you're looking for is not readily available. As a content creator, you gotta just do it yourself if it can't be provided to you. You know what I mean? For the sake of time, I decided to make this a two-part video, meaning that it doesn't just end at the cards here. However, I want things to be short, simple, to the point, and convenient. Therefore, when the second part's ready to be uploaded, it'll be uploaded. Hopefully you enjoyed my little tutorial-esque video. I haven't really done something like this before. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, I will answer to the best of my ability in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this little change in content. And I'll go back to making basic gameplay videos at some point in the future. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for the support that you've been giving me as of late. I really appreciate it. And I'll be seeing ya.